Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a full face testing new makeup. Some of these are new launches and some makeup is just makeup that I've bought that I've never owned before, and I really just want to sit down, chit chat, get ready kind of thing, and show you guys how these products work on my skin. If you're new to my channel, I am oily combination skin with large pores. Right now I am really dry, but my normal skin is definitely oily. We have some Rare Beauty makeup. I've been really into their brand lately, so I picked up the new color blush that they have. They also released a new setting powder, which I'm really excited to test it out and wear it for you guys. I did also order the brush. I've had this for maybe a little bit over 2 weeks, but I really wanted to test this with you guys on camera. It is also the Rare Beauty bronzer. And then for palettes, I have 2 new palettes. I'm not sure which one I will be using today, but I guess we can find that out as we go along. I have the new Artist Couture Supreme Nudes the Quickie palette. This one is really pretty, and honestly, it just goes really well with today's outfit, so we might play with this one. But we also have the Gone Matte by ColourPop, which is a little bit newer, and it's an all mattes palette. I haven't really played around with this palette, so I don't know what we're going to do today, but I do know that it's going to be full coverage, and I will also be testing out a new foundation that I've never tried before. So if you guys enjoy these types of videos, then definitely subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and you already know. Grab your cafecito and let's go ahead and start with today's video. I'm going to start with the eyes today. I really want to focus mainly on the skin, so I will try to keep the eyes pretty basic. If you guys don't own the Supreme Nudes by Artist Couture, I think this one would be a really good alternative because this one is a little bit bigger, and honestly this is a palette that I hardly ever reach for. I don't know why. It is such a beautiful palette. I need to leave it like on top of my drawers so I can actually see it, but as you can see, the Quickie palette is just like a little bit more of a mini version of that palette amongst other shades. I'm going to start off with the shade Exposed, which is the first color in the palette at the top. And I'm going to use that to pat it down on the brow bone. Just keep it nice and matte. And then blending down to make sure that everything is set. Now I'm going to go in with the shade Nudist. It's a really pretty like soft peach. I don't know if this will show up on my skin tone. It looks a little bit light, but let's go ahead and try that. That's really pigmented. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, so I'm going to keep this just above the crease. So this is going to be like the transitional shade. And I'm using a Morphe M453. This is a new brush that I picked up a few weeks ago, but honestly I have not been doing my makeup. So my best friend from Utah came to visit me. Her name is Allison. If you guys were following me, or if you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys saw my stories. I was like being a housewife to her. I was like cooking for her, and we were just spending, you know, girl time. I've known her for about 9 years at this point, pretty much. So she is my husband's cousin, and back when we met in like 2014, something like that, we started working together, and then we just clicked. We just have so much in common. We're so different, but we're so alike in so many areas. And her husband and her kids came to visit me and my family. It was so much fun. I definitely needed a little like mini vacay with a friend because I don't have any friends here in Texas, you guys. It's literally just me and my sister, which duh, I love my sister and I love spending time with her, but it's always like nice to have that extra friend, you know? I'm going to go in with the second color, which is the shade Aesthetic. This one is beautiful and it's so aesthetic. I am going to take something a little bit smaller as far as my brush, and I'm just going to pick it up on the tip. And this one is going to go right into the crease, right here where it folds, and just blending that in. But yeah, you guys, I had so much fun. I'm so glad that she came, and my mom just left last week as well. It's actually been a week since she left, and I definitely miss her, but you know, I am happy that she was able to come. What did you guys do for New Year's? I swear the older that I get, the less I want to do. Like, I don't want to do anything. I just want to be home with my kids, spending time with my family, drinking either hot chocolate or champurrado, something delicious, you know? I'm going to use a little bit of my J-Cat glitter glue, and I think we're just going to tap it into the center of the eyes. I kind of added like a little bit of a halo thing going on, so the eyeshadow can stick a little bit better. I'm gonna go in with Supreme. I'm gonna lay this down first. Oh, this is stunning. And then I am going to apply a little bit of Iconic on the center to kind of make it pop. Taking a little bit of Iconic. But let's apply a little bit of mascara. I've been loving the Perversion mascara by Urban Decay. It's super nice, and it's more of a wet formula, but I really like it for my lower lashes. So I'm just gonna apply some of this right here. I'm gonna go back to the palette, and I'm gonna use the shade Mink, which is the deepest in the palette. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to draw a line as an eyeliner, and that is going to be the end for the eye. So I'm just going to draw it right here, draw a wing. I want to move on to complexion, and for my primer, I want to use, oh my gosh, okay, so I have two primers. I've been using the Power Grip Primer by e.l.f., which is really nice, but I've also been really loving the Pore Defense Primer by Hard Candy, so I think I'm going to go with this one just so we can balance out the high-end and the drugstore products. This one is really good if you have large pores like me. Seriously, it makes them shrink, and it does keep me pretty matte all day. Not super duper matte. It's not the best like mattifying primer, but it definitely works if you are a little bit oily. And I'm wearing the nails that I hauled in my Walmart haul. If you guys watched that, if you didn't, you can click up here and watch that. But I bought some Salon Perfect nails, and no me gustan. I do not like them, but I'm just gonna probably leave them on for a few days. I had to reshape them because the shape was so odd. I couldn't see past it. Okay, so for foundation, let's go in with the Huda Beauty Stick Foundation in the shade Tres Leches. This is 320G, which is golden undertones. And let's go in with a foundation brush. I originally had her Faux Filter foundation and I loved it. I used it a lot, but I didn't get to finish it, and I didn't want to use it anymore because it had expired and it started to look a little funky. So instead of getting the Faux Filter foundation again, I picked this one up like last week or something like that. We'll see if it holds up on my skin because I am oily. And sometimes these foundations tend to be a little bit heavier. That looks really pretty though, like the coverage is nice. I have a little pimple trying to escape through here. Okay, so for my concealer, I don't really have anything new. So I'm just going to use my Anastasia one because I have dark circles. I always do. I don't sleep, no, especially since my best friend was here from out of town. Like, we stayed up till like 1, 2 in the morning sometimes. And girl, my bedtime is like 10, so mama ain't used to that. I don't remember if this concealer sets pretty quickly. I want to say no, but I'm going to risk it, and I'm going to go in with my bronzer by Rare Beauty. I picked up the shade Always Sunny, and this one is super nice, you guys. It does have a little bit more of a like red golden undertone, but it's so pretty. And it suits my skin tone super nice. I'm curious to see if you guys have gotten this bronzer, or are you guys like gonna skip on it? Honestly, I think it's really nice. And I personally have been a little bit more into like cream contouring. It's just, I have to take advantage of it now that it's not too hot, because once it gets hot, I can't have this much makeup on my skin. It's nearly impossible. Let's go in and add a blush as well. This one is also by Rare Beauty. It's her new blush in the shade Grace. It's a really pretty like hot pink. And if you know me, I don't go for these types of colors, but we're here for just trying new things. It's 2022, we're trying new things. So let me start blending this. Ooh, I might have gotten a little happy with the blush there. I forgot how pigmented these are, but look at how beautiful that blends. Like, no effort. That's why I really love about this bronzer is that it just blends into the skin. You can use a sponge or a brush and you will get the same results. I really like this bronzer. I have been using it for the past like week and it's just so nice and it's so creamy. I'm gonna blend out the concealer and then the contour of my jawline. Okay, good to know. This doesn't dry out super quick, which is nice. And then I'm just cleaning up my wing as I go along. So now we're gonna set with the Rare Beauty Light Medium Setting Powder. This supposedly has some sort of luminosity. Honestly, I tried it the other day, like kind of very quickly, but I didn't put attention to how it looked on the skin. So let's go ahead and try that. I am also going to be using the brush. It's not sold together. They're sold separately, but it's like a suggested item once you start checking out. So let's go ahead and use this to set. I am gonna use the brush. I typically don't like to use a brush anymore. I've just noticed that I have way too many wrinkles underneath the eyes and a brush just is not the vibe. I'm like looking at the baby monitor because Lincoln is currently taking a nap. Talking about Lincoln, you guys, he is so close to walking. I swear he's like scared to let go of my hand anytime that we're walking around, but it's okay. I don't want to push him until he's ready. He will be ready, you know. Babies learn at different stages. Lani was definitely walking when she was like 11 and Lincoln is already 15 months and he's like, don't care, just like I just want you to carry me everywhere. This is a new blush that I really wanted to try because it is so stunning. This was recommended by Babs Beauty. I was watching, actually I love watching her channel in general, and she was talking about this Melt Cosmetics Monarcha blush. She had this blush on and it looks so beautiful on her fair skin, and I've actually never owned anything from Melt Cosmetics, so I was like, you know what, new year, new makeup, new brands, new everything. So I'm going to mix both of these shades, Sonrisa and Milagritos. I know that they don't match the blush that I have underneath, but that's okay. I'm just going to tap it in. It also has a shade Flor, which would probably go better with what I have going on, but it's okay. We're just going to kind of cover up that Rare Beauty blush, and I'm just going to apply this in circular motions. I love this brush by Morphe, the A22 with Ariel. I also don't have a new highlighter, but I'm just going to use whatever I have. This is the Glamlight Mimosa highlighter. I went ahead and lined my lips with the BFF3 lip liner by ColourPop. I'm going to use my Artist Couture Power Play lipstick. I haven't used this one in a while, and I think it goes really well. Yeah. It's a little bit more of a cool tone color. And for my lip gloss, I'm going to top it off with the Artist Couture Uncensored lip gloss. It is so pretty. Oh yeah. To set the entire skin, I'm going to use the Urban Decay All Nighter. So this is the final look. What do you guys think of this look? I think it's really pretty and it's definitely giving me like fall vibes, but that's okay. So really quickly, let's go through the products and tell you kind of what was maybe a hit or a miss. I really, really love the bronzer from Rare Beauty. It's really creamy. It blends out really nicely. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I didn't actually set my bronzer and it's set on its own. Like it's completely dry. I feel comfortable enough to not have to apply a powder on top, because it really did set it. I do have to say though that going in with this powder definitely made it a little bit easier for all the products to just kind of set onto the skin and not really move around, and it's really smooth. It's very like microscopically like milded, if that makes sense. Maybe not, but I actually really like this powder. It didn't change the color of my foundation, which is one of the issues that I was having with the Revlon Blot powder. I love how it looks on the skin, but it oxidizes, and I just kind of stopped using it for that reason. But it's so beautiful, and the Rare Beauty is very similar, except it doesn't oxidize on my skin, and my skin looks very soft, very like a soft matte finish. So I really like these two. As far as the Supreme Nude to the Quickie by Artist Couture, I really do like this palette. It's something that I feel like I'm going to enjoy, but I am going to say that if you have this palette, you definitely don't need this. This is almost like a mini version of this, where it has similar colors. The pigmentation is exactly the same. This is something kind of that you can just throw on your purse or take with you if you were traveling, that sort of thing. But other than that, I don't think that you necessarily need this if you already have the Supreme Nudes palette. The product that really stood out to me and really just spoke to me as a makeup artist, if you want to call me that, is the Mouth Cosmetics blush palette. It is so beautiful. It is pigmented. This brand is amazing. Like, the quality is really, really good, and I can't wait to play with it some more. I'm definitely going to have to dig into this one, and honestly just all of them. So that is it, you guys. That is my review for these new products. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but don't know. Pretty much loved everything. There's nothing that I was like, ugh, I don't like it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for being here, and until next time, I will see you all in my next video. Bye!